I apologize, I did not show this in the previous video. But when you add or subtract something outside the parentheses, it's a vertical shift up or down. If you add or subtract something inside the parentheses, it's a horizontal shift right and left. So this was supposed to be in the previous video. I apologize. All right, so now moving on to page 63. What happens if we multiply something outside the parentheses? If we multiply by a number bigger than 1, and what happens if we multiply by a number between 0 and 1? It's either going to be a stretch or a compression. And we're talking a vertical stretch or a vertical compression. So let us look. Again, always start with my parent function. And I'm going to type in the next one. Oh, let me change that to a different color. We're going to do red. So some things that we can notice is that our vertex stays the same. It's 0, 0 if we multiply by a number. But what did it do? We started with the blue, it's wide, and then when we multiply by a number bigger than 1, it stretched. Okay? So what happens if we multiply by a number between 0 and 1? Let's say 1/4, like it says on the paper. Again, our vertex stays the same, but when we multiply by a number between 0 and 1, we got wider. Okay? We went from blue to green. Does it matter if the number is inside the parentheses with the x? Let's find out. I'm going to do t of x is equal to it is a vertical compression when you multiply by something outside, and that is between 0 and 1. But this number is directly affecting the y values. When the numbers inside the parentheses it's directly affecting the x value, so it's even more of a vertical compression. But don't worry about all that technical terms. Graph and match it. Make sure that you start with your parent function and then graph them, see what it does. Okay. And back to here. So it's going to be a stretch or a compression. These are the words that I usually use. A vertical stretch, meaning it's getting skinnier or narrower, and if the number is between 0 and 1, then it's a vertical compression, meaning getting flatter or wider. All right, and one more thing. How does multiplying by a negative affect the parent function? Remember, we always start with our parent function. If we multiply by a negative, it is going to be a reflection reflected over the x-axis. So we're going to flip down. This is a smiley face. When we multiply by a negative, it's going to become a frowny face. So it's going to say reflected or flipped. Okay, now let me show you what that looks like on Desmos. I'm going to get rid of those. Negative f of x. My vertex is the same, 0, 0. I started with a smiley face, and because I multiplied by a negative, I have then turned into a frowny face. And that's all the stuff that you need to know about quadratic transformations. You're just going to plug it in the calculator and look at it, okay? So let's go to the next page where we're going to do some examples together.